good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're seeing this. Really quickly, we're going to do a review of ick at the end of a multisyllabic word. Whenever you hear ick at the end of a word with more than one syllable, you're going to be spelling that I-C. Okay? So keep in mind, anytime you hear that, an ick sound at the end is spelled with I-C. So that being said, we're also going to talk about when we hear a word like, boom, subject. At the end of this word, kt, we have CT. Okay, that is how we spell the kt sound. Sometimes it's a little hard to hear the t when we say the word subject, but it's there. It's very quiet. So we're going to try, I'm going to dictate some words to you, and I want you to try and spell them on your own now. Okay, keeping in mind when we have the kt sound at the end, it's spelled with a CT. So here's the first word that I'd like you to practice. Say contract. Tap out the word contract. Okay, so the two syllables you should have is con and tract. So what's the first syllable in contract? Con, very good. So how would you spell that? Con. What's the second syllable in contract? Tract. So we would spell that. And then we have the kt at the end, so we'll add CT. And the final thing we do is we read it out syllable by syllable. Contract. Very good. Okay, I'm going to dictate a couple more words that I'd like you to write out. You're going to submit to me. Say object. Tap out the syllables in object. What's the first syllable in object? What's the second syllable in object? Very good. So you should have object. Very good. So object, that's the first word. Second word, say district. Tap out the syllables in district. Very good. So what's the first syllable in district? Very good. How are you going to spell that? Write that down. What's the second syllable in district? Tricked. Very good. Keep in mind the end is going to have the kt. So write that out for me. Then read it, district. Scoop through the syllables in both of those words you just did for me. Okay, now we're going to look at a new word. So everyone repeat after me. Say backed. Okay, is there a base word in backed? There is. It is back. Okay, so we're going to build that sound. B, ah, k. So it's one syllable, and we have that k at the end of a one syllable word. Even if it's got a suffix, it ends with CK. All right, so what is the suffix that's added to spell the word backed? It is ED. Keeping in mind, sometimes that ED sounds like T. Very good. Okay, so even in a word like this, backed, if we're thinking about a word that has a base word and a suffix, even though it's got that kt sound, we're thinking about if it's a multisyllabic word or if it's a one-syllable word that has a suffix. Okay, so that's something we're going to want to be able to pick apart there. Okay, so say fantastic. Okay, so we're going to use the same procedure where we pick it apart one syllable at a time. So fantastic. So I'm tapping that out. I hear fan, tas, tick. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through fan, and. Then I have task. How do you think I should spell it? A-S. And my final syllable, tick. Keeping in mind, I have ick at the end, so it's going to be I-C in a 3-syllable word. So I have fantastic. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. Okay, now say publishing. And name the base word in publishing. It's publish, okay? So we're going to tap each syllable, publish. Here, 2 syllables, publish, okay? Publish, I'm going to spell that publish. Ooh, and I have a digraph, sh at the end. Publish, and I have a suffix at the end. What's the suffix I used? Ing, publish, ing, I-N-G. And I don't use my welded sound because that welded sound is for a 1-syllable word. So my base word I read first, publish, and then with my suffix, publishing. Excellent.